Hi there, what's up? In this video, let's check how much bytes each kind of dependency adds to your final Flutter binary that you will upload to App Store or Google Play. When you add some dependency to your pubspec.yaml file, you are adding more code to your project. But Flutter does a cleanup through your code and checks each part of that dependencies are being really used by your project. So any classes that aren't being used by your project are simply discarded, making sure that only the code that in fact is being used by your app will be present to the binary version that you will send to app stores. In this project, let's check how Flutter cleans up the code and how efficiently it builds the binary version of the app you are deploying to App Store. So let's check some cases that Flutter isn't able to make a full cleanup to the package you are using. So check it out. Let's create an empty project and check how much bytes each dependency will add to the final project bundle. Let's create a new project by using Flutter create and choose a name. I will call Flutter app size. It's done, so enter the project directory and open it in VS Code. Now I have the project open here in VS Code. Let's launch the Flutter sample app just to check if it's everything okay. It's launching. Now I have the sample app open here. It's the default Flutter counter app. It's okay, it's working. Now let's verify the app bundle total size of this app. I will type Flutter build app bundle. It will generate the app bundle version for release this app. Now it's done. I've generated the bundle release and Flutter tells that the total bundle size is 15.3 megabytes. Let's verify it. Here inside the Flutter project, you have the build folder, app, outputs, bundle, release. Inside this folder will be created the app bundle file. Let's check this in terminal. I will execute a command du-k app release.aab, and here is the file size in kilobytes. Now let's add some dependencies to this project. I will edit pubspec.yaml file and add some dependencies here. I will add, for example, provider and save. Now I will await until the pubspec makes that update and I will run again. Flutter build app bundle. And let's check how much bytes were added by using provider as a dependency. Now it's done. The file size is the same, 15.3 megabytes. Let's verify this here using du command. The same file size. Even with one more dependency, no extra space was used to generate a new binary. Now let's add more dependencies to this project. Let's add, for example, mobx, Flutter mobx, get, dartz, block and Flutter block. A lot of state management packages. We will wait until pub-get runs. It's okay. And let's run again. Flutter build app bundle. Even with these dependencies, the final app release.asb file size is 15.3 megabytes. Let's check it here in terminal. The same file size. I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more dependencies, but the file size is still untouched. So let's make one more thing. Let's add one more package here. Flutter icons. I will wait for Flutter pub-get. It's done. And let's generate the app bundle again. It's done. And just by adding Flutter icons package, the app release file size was increased 1 megabyte from 15 to 16.3 megabytes. Let's verify it here in terminal. Run disk usage command, and it in fact has grown 1 megabyte. So let's remove all the other dependencies and keep just Flutter icons package. I will return here in terminal and run Flutter build app bundle again. Well, just one dependency, and I still got 16.3 megabytes of bundle size. It has grown 1 megabyte just by adding Flutter icons. So it's very important to investigate what happened here. Why just one dependency is adding more bytes than all those together? So let's verify what happened. So let's check why Flutter icons is so huge in file size. I have here it open in pub.dev, and let's check the GitHub repository. Here in GitHub, you can see it has Dart files, probably one class for each icon library, but this package also brings some assets, some TTF files. When you build your project to release, Dart will make a full cleanup here in the Dart source code. All classes that are not used will be discarded, but the assets will not be cleaned up. Dart will not handle this kind of assets. So every time you are adding some package to your project, it's very important to keep in mind and be aware that if this dependency, this package has some kind of assets, even if you don't use all assets, they will be already present on your binary version of app. Assets can be not only images, icons, but also code in other languages and platform-specific code. So every time a library contains platform-specific code, it will be added to your build release, and Dart will not parse and will not optimize this kind of content. So if the final app size is an important requirement for your project, keep in mind, always check the impact of each dependency on the final bundle you will generate. If this kind of content is useful for you, please give a like and subscribe to this channel. I see you on the next video. Thanks!